So today we're gonna ask a very simple yet interesting question. Do opposites attract? I mean, we've all heard this saying, right? If two people are very different from each other, they attract and it's a stronger connection. Like in physics, negative, positive, they attract each other. So today I'll talk about if this is really true or not. If true, why? If not, why not? There is something about opposites coming together, isn't it? Like we all remember the movie Jab We Met, where Aditya, played by Shahid Kapoor, and Geet, played by Kareena Kapoor, they just seem very opposite to each other. Aditya is just shy, introverted, doesn't want to talk to anybody. Geet is lively, bubbly, just a chatterbox. And it seems so cute when they fall in love with each other. So how much does that happen in real life? And should you really find a partner who's just very different from you? Should you find your opposite? So here, before I even begin to answer this question, of course, we are all assuming that you're not opposites in the core values, right? Nobody's talking about that. The core values being you're committed to the relationship, you're monogamous, you'll stay loyal, and you believe in equality, etc. Nobody wants somebody who's opposite in these core values. When we talk about opposites, we usually mean by opposite interests or opposite personalities. So let's talk about those. Overall, I would say that this idea of opposites attract or that opposites are good for each other, the idea is whether you're opposite to each other doesn't even matter that much. But yes, if somebody is actually claiming that opposite is better, I would say they are wrong. Now let me tell you why. We can take a very simplistic example that one person is very introverted and other one is very extroverted. An actual example of would be one person would just like to spend the weekend at home, the other person would like to go out, meet other people. This simple difference. Now, is this better for a couple or not? What do you think? This difference, does that make this couple stronger or worse? The answer is we don't know, because what really matters is how do they handle this difference? One couple can actually make the most of it. They can actually make a great life out of this difference, but some other couple can just run into serious fights. This difference can cause serious differences in their relationship. Why these different results? Because what matters is not that there are differences or not. What really matters is how do you approach the differences, how you treat each other in the presence of those differences. So one couple can actually start thinking, you know what? Actually, we are so opposites, but because of each other, now we get to experience different things. Like one weekend, we'll just stay at home, take care of the home, watch a movie on Netflix. But another weekend, we can actually go out and meet people and keep a social life alive. And both can see the value in this. Both are open to seeing the world from their partner's point of view and finding value in it. And on top of that, both are also willing to some degree compromise for each other. That every weekend, I'll not get what I want. So let me compromise. Let me meet my partner in the middle. So this openness to your partner's view and this compromise, these are the values that can actually make a relationship stronger when there are differences. But if those values are not present, if you're close to changing, okay, I am me, I'm not going to change myself. This is my way, this is better way. If you think you're the only right one, and if your ego comes in the way of compromise, like why should I compromise? This is what I've done my whole life. Everybody around me does this. My whole childhood I've spent weekends like this. This is the normal thing. And you don't change yourself. Then this relationship can become really strained. Because there are some people out there who are just not open to trying new things. They have a lot of inertia. They just want to stay in their comfort zone. So if you're somebody like that and you find somebody opposite to you, you will end up making your own life hell. And another point here is sometimes opposite things may initially seem very attractive. Like when you first start dating, your partner plays guitar and you're attracted. Oh, I have no idea about music and you're playing guitar. That is so cool. But after 3 years of relationship, you're now sick of that guitar. Stop playing guitar in my house. It's just so much noise. Let me have some peace in the house. So the reason why you liked the partner initially, now you want to change that reason also. That's why don't romanticize differences too much. They can start testing your patience very quickly. So I'll just summarize it. Inherently, if you're opposite or similar, actually doesn't have much to do with how successful the relationship is going to be. What will really matter is the presence of the deeper qualities in both of the partners, like respecting differences, respecting each other's freedom, openness to do something for your partner's wishes, making a compromise, and in general, having an attitude of exploration. And if I could categorize relationships in 3 categories in this regard, I would say at the top would be an opposite couple who have all of these qualities and who are just completely willing to compromise for each other, who meet each other in the middle. That's actually the top. In that case, your relationship actually gets stronger. But then the second category would be people who may not really move much, who are in their own comfort zone, but they allow each other to do whatever the other person wants. They give each other freedom to be different. So in this case, even though the relationship is not stronger because of the differences, but the differences are still not causing a lot of conflicts. But the worst couples would be both of them are not willing to change, but they are actively trying to change the other person in their direction. So all these three couples are different, but their approaches are also wildly different. So pick which couple are you and which approach do you want to take. I'll share a quote from Dr. John Gottman. The gift of a committed partnership is the ability to see the world through your lover's eyes and appreciate the beauty that they find. Do this and find a partner who can also do this. Thanks for listening. And of course, if you liked the video, please like it. Tell me in the comments how much you like it. Subscribe and hit the bell icon. Shridhar Life School now specializes in relationship counseling. We start with an in-depth checkup or assessment of your relationship, your strong and weak areas. Now, based on that, our therapists will help you using world-class techniques and interventions, which have been developed after decades of research in marital therapy. It's always better if both partners come for counseling, but if for some reason your partner is unable to join, you can definitely start on your own. To book sessions, visit our website shridharlifeschool.com.